So people are now sprinting away. You can see the LAPD is pouring over here. They've actually encircled us. Excuse me. Greg, stay right there. You can see them running on the other side. I don't know what they're trying to do, if they're trying to entrap some of the protesters or encircle them. Clearly, they're clearing this. And behind us, you can see, okay, the mounted police are in a truck. There's that man who just got trapped in between them. He looks like there's another man being trampled. We're going to keep moving out of here. And there's another police line right here that we are about to get into. Sorry, camera works a little shaky. We've not heard any direction from law enforcement about where they want people to be. Excuse me, sir. But you can see that this guy, that run that people just had to try to get out of harm's way. Again, that's the first time I've heard someone on a bullhorn. An officer saying you need to leave the area. Before that, we have not heard any instructions from law enforcement other than those are more flashbangs going off. Again, non-lethal. There's not actually any shrapnel in there. They explode to make sound. You can hear them clack, clack, clack. They're firing those less lethals. They're very forcefully continuing to move people back. We are now right across the street, incidentally, from the LAPD headquarters. And there are now hundreds of officers that we see, Kira. This is one of the largest enforcements that I've seen in the 8 days that this has happened. They've completely commandeered this corner. And behind this massive line, not only of mounted police, officers with launchers, officers with batons, there is a line of vehicles, of police vehicles that include cruisers, and further on we saw armored vehicles with sound cannons and some sort of a barbed wire or movable barricade that's yellow. Again, more officers moving down the street. This is a pretty significant escalation on the part of law enforcement. I have to say that until they moved in, Kira, I personally did not witness any act of violence or projectile thrown at law enforcement. It seems that they've moved and taken a position here that they're going to keep, and I'm going to have Greg turn around just to show you the protesters on the other side here who are still here. And you can see some of them came prepared, right? They have respirator masks. They have helmets. Some of them have makeshift body armor that they've carried. Not just drums and placards, but people who came prepared for possibly some sort of interaction that is more intense than just protesting. We've seen people with giant shields. I haven't seen people with crowbars or pieces of rock like we have in previous days, specifically Sunday. But certainly some people here did come to stir trouble. But again, I think it's important to say, and you mentioned it too, Kira, that for 5 or 6 hours earlier today, we saw literally tens of thousands of people right here in the streets marching, rallying proudly without any violence whatsoever. Obviously, that has changed dramatically over the past few minutes, Kira.
Matt Gutman, appreciate your reporting. Keep us posted, Matt. Appreciate you so much.